Worst difficulty curve to ever exist. Just too short of a game, not much past the
boss.
boss. Actually broke his controller from raging so hard. Racist. Too many white actors.
He just rage quit. I don't even know what killed me. I have no idea what fucking.
Last From Software game I'll ever buy, no matter how cool I think it will be.
Can't even beat some tutorial boss. How do you expect someone who's not a sweaty gamer and can't spend their whole day on the game
feast
for
on
their
it?
life to play this game?
No. Okay, gamers. There is many small humanoid tongue talkers that can't get past a tutorial boss. Journalists, listen up. Okay, keyboard typers, here is the forbidden gamer move. You have to press left click in melee during this fight. And not only right click shooting your pew-pews at the helicopter. But the missiles are so scary though. Don't care, hold W, tank all the missiles, just keep going. Look, I get it, Couch Crushers. I know he's a big scary helicopter. He shoots all these projectiles at you, but I promise you it's okay. Because guess what? He's a tutorial boss. He isn't going to do that much damage to you. And remember, you got 3 repair kits to use during this fight. So just keep attacking and melee him. It's that simple. Congratulations, you are a real gamer now. Also want to say I never played a From Software game and this was my first attempt.
Not cool for liking FromSoft. You're not cool for playing Armored Core. Armored Core 6 sucks.
So if you don't know who Balteus is, he's basically from this mission called Attack the Watch Point, where you have to kill this guy really quickly. And then he's one of the hardest bosses in the game, arguably. Honestly, I want to call him the hardest boss in the game, and he's definitely your first skill check. In my opinion, the tutorial boss is not the first skill check, but I guess it is. So honestly, it probably took me around 2 hours to beat this boss. Compared to every other enemy in the game, they are just so easy compared to this boss. This is the only real challenge I'd say in this game. But there's definitely some other ones. It's just not that hard if you put the time and thought into it.
The enemy can't take much more. Picking up a massive heat signature. Evasive action, Raven.
And I get it, I'm kind of using meta weapons here, and also weapons you can get after the game, but this boss is really killable if you just have enough skill. In fact, I've seen a no-hit run using the most simple weapons. Obviously, a no-hit run is very skillful, but he obviously learned the moveset, but in a way, it's not too hard. He's definitely dodging hard here, and just knows his moveset here. But then you can see his weapon choices. It's just double bubble guns and the simple shotguns. And the double bubbles are probably for the shield, and then the shotguns are for the pure damage. So all you need is a simple build, really, to beat this guy. But yeah, if you're stuck on this guy, he's definitely tough. Don't worry, everyone kind of gets checked by him. Keep at it, and you got it, buddy.
Got 13.
Raven.
Tourist. Got 13. Beautiful dog. Raven. 621. Buddy.
Okay. I don't like him that much, but I just really want him to stick it up my
I've got your back, buddy.
Okay, so before I really move on here, I do want to show and talk about some of the stuff more towards the end of the game, but I do also want to say that the story isn't anything crazy, and it's more about the rich characters in the game. So without further ado, this fight is with my favorite character, if you couldn't guess from before. They really build him up in his dialogue, and I can feel the emotion of his character asking us why we fight. Do we have a purpose for fighting even? In a way, we kind of don't. We just like fighting big robots. Pew pew pew. But this gets a little undermined with how easy it felt to beat this boss. This is why I'm kind of saying the game isn't really that hard, or as hard as I'd want it to be. But I also do want to say this could be entirely my fault. I basically stumbled upon the metal build of Zimmerman's, and maybe that's why the game felt so easy. And I do also want to say this might be the why that this game has garnered the most diverse range of opinions, with some considering it to be the easiest while others think it's the hardest From Software game. So after we kill him, he says this,
Find your purpose. Then we'll settle this.
and then we end up beating the game, and we actually end up fighting him again through our second playthrough. But this time we get Flatwell into the mix, which is supposed to make things harder, but I also destroyed him very quickly. Which, proving my point earlier, is maybe because it's too easy or my build's just too OP. I don't know. But anyway, I did catch him saying this.
Something's changed.
find this really interesting, but I can't feel that if I didn't run out of ammo here, and also I'm just kind of using a troll build in general, and I'm sure Flatwell would have had even more to add to this, but I unfortunately killed him way too quickly, and I ended up fighting this guy like 3 times, and I almost had to troll to get some of his lines. But yeah, some of these fights just need to be harder in my opinion. So we actually end up fighting Rusty again in an upgraded version of his AC. And is it just me, or is it getting kind of hot in here? Alright, moving on. So in this particular battle, we hear this awesome soundtrack playing in the background, which exudes a sense of heroism almost. It serves as a backdrop to a duel between what I consider the second protagonist of the game and the main protagonist, which is us, or you can say 621.
Combined with the corporations, I couldn't stop it. This new AC kid.
Well, that explains it. I don't know why. It looks like he was using forest. I need tourist. Just make sure you win this.
In this confrontation, both sides stand firm in their commitment to accomplish their respective missions, regardless of the formidable challenge they confront. This includes the heartbreaking task of having to fight our own companion, our ally from the very beginning, the one who never referred to us as a hound, dog, or even a set of numbers, but simply as Buddy.
Always were at your best under pressure, buddy. This ends here and now. Always were. I won't stop. Chase the clouds from over Rubicon. I can fly high enough. They've always been after Rubicon, taking what they can get. Someone has to put an end to this injustice. Must be heavy. This purpose you found. You finally showed me who you are. It's too late now, but it didn't have to be this way. Flew just out of reach. Buddy.
Okay, so that was epic, and I don't mean that in the Mimi way. I thought it was choreographed perfectly, set perfectly, everything about this fight was perfect. But it just wasn't damn hard enough. For what feels like this elite pilot I've been fighting alongside with, and his new upgraded AC, it just felt too easy. I may have died once, but this should have felt like, no, I'm V4 Rusty. You can't get in my way, otherwise Rubicon will be lost. But instead, in a way, it felt like shooing away a fly, which is really unfortunate, because it could have made this memorable fight an iconic one. Now, I feel this same mission suffers the same fate, but also, I gotta be honest, it's pretty iconic, even though it's basically a movie cinematic mission. If you know, you know, where he goes.
100, 110, 115. Rail cannon at maximum output.
Okay, I literally don't do it justice at all. I just have to show you guys this mission, but I'm gonna skip through it really quickly. So basically you have to bring this special weapon called VE-60 SNA Stun Needle Launcher, long name huh, that you get from Cinder Carla to beat this boss, and you gotta shoot this needler directly at its head.
Come on! Dude! Hello!
But after you hit it, then Rusty can line up his Hyper Mega Rail Cannon directly at its head, and then it proceeds like this.
ORC firing sequence. Connecting EML modules. Opening energy turbines. Output at 80%. Sighting correction A-OK. 90, 95. I won't miss.
Secondary shield down.
Gun 13, the heads open for direct hit.
But yeah, that's basically the mission. Rusty does his anime moment again.
All or nothing.
Oh boy. And then you beat the Big Worm Boyo. Pretty cool mission. I'd encourage you to play it for yourself if you haven't watched, or go watch the entire mission on YouTube. But yeah, that's one of the big bosses in the game. Big bosses. And I know, it's kind of just a cinematic mission that's really cool. I just really wanted to highlight it, to be honest. So, just wanted to do an honorable mention before going into some of the more harder bosses. In this mission, you have to fight 3 highly trained ACs with 1 life. Sounds kind of hard, but let me also add that 2 of the ACs are actually at the very top of the arena list, which, if you didn't know, is a virtual combat arena where people are given rankings based off their performance, and as mentioned before, these are the top 2 of that arena. Then the 3rd AC is actually the one we stole a license from at the beginning of the game. Notice this unique helmet. So essentially this mission makes you fight 3 really tough ACs at once. Was this a challenge for me? Not really, but it did require you to make sure you did not make any dumb mistakes since you had to fight 3 bosses in a row essentially.
Search! This is more of a challenge than I'd anticipated. I haven't seen anything like this since...
Now here comes Raven, and I gotta be honest, I absolutely destroyed her. It was not even a fight for like 2 seconds, which again is really unfortunate because I didn't even get to experience the character really. I think I destroyed her literally so hard that it just bugged out the game.
We'll watch this one.
What is blood doing? So I'm gonna go over the hardest bosses now that I've encountered, which does include the final boss. So again, spoilers incoming. I'm not gonna go into full detail, but if you don't want to see it, you don't want to see it.
You're not the blood I thought you were.
That's why your boss music.
Well, shit. Of course. Who else is the hardest boss besides the hardest boss? Just the 2nd time. But you are equipped with better stuff this time as you've progressed throughout the game, so this should be easier, right?
Your crime is that you tried to kill me, kill Archibus. You are vermin, and I will be rid of you. Finally dead, are you? Now I'll have to re-educate those apes. More housekeeping.
Well, nothing to it but to just keep at it. Of course, this awesome soundtrack comes back because you're choosing a different path or a different ending from last time. And he's got a new set of moves. Nothing too new, I'd say. And I wouldn't say he was more difficult this time. I would say he was a little easier, but I definitely still died plenty of times. So what I like about this fight is that it's pretty hard. Not really hard, but hard enough to make me feel like I have to win. Again, this music and atmosphere both are just so good. It just sets such a good stage that both sides are so desperate, and on the second part you can hear Rusty, which allied with us this time, fighting off a whole fleet while we fight up Valteus. But he isn't having an easy time either. We're both on our last legs, but as long as neither of us give up, then we will both keep fighting. I just love it.
Boy fighter, we need cover! Never did be more. Love me, buddy. Well, you're gonna finish this, right? I guess I'm not done yet, then. AP at 50%.
Archibus! Last plan.
Sounds like it's over.
Well, that wasn't too
Just
bad.
about managed.
What? Hello? Rusty?
Rusty's signal just disappeared.
He killed Rusty.
Where is he? Who did it?
Is that you?
My name is Walter.
The 621. I have to dispose
killed my boy. You got another thing coming for you, Walter. I'm gonna have to dispose of you. Sorry, Rip. Bozo. I'm just kidding. I love Walter, but he was a really easy fight. So yeah, Rip. Pretty cool fight. Otherwise, though.
Look.
So this is the true ending of the game, and our last boss. We face off Allmind and Iguazu, who has given up his body to become one with Allmind. Kinda. Also, Allmind is kind of like an AI that's been controlling things from the behind the scenes, I'd say, but I don't really get what the whole Allmind deal is fully, but that's the gist of it. But we're here to talk about how hard the fight was, in which it was a little tough, but the first part was quite easy.
Iguazu, this body won't last. Guess it's time.
Great. Almost going to try something. I've got an idea too.
Prepare to get first.
So phase 2 comes in, and the old little AC gets destroyed to show you the true boss you'll be fighting, which is this behemoth. And also, Air, the voice in our head, joins us in this fight as well. But then it seems like Iguazu also has a little help, and it turns out to be two of the same bosses we faced before. Which personally I didn't struggle with that much, but if you noticed at the beginning of this video, I showed a clip of Asmongold getting stuck on this boss for 7 hours, and it's only one of them. And now there's 2 of them. Plus Iguazu. So, here we go.
That damn noise. It was you all along. I'll kill you and the freelancer.
Air, your siblings will surely welcome us.
So, the strategy was to just deal with these spider bosses first, since we didn't want them raining down from above, and then kill Iguazu last.
Where is that going? Where is he going?
Now, I was kind of being a barbarian about this. I didn't care what was firing at me. I just solely focused on just killing the most spider bosses. That felt so good when fighting this boss. But now that both spiders are down, that just leaves Iguazu. And he definitely amped things up. I felt like the spiders were just bullet sponges, but Iguazu was fast. He dodges really swiftly, and he uses cover like crazy.
Now, Raven.
Dispose of them.
Want some of this? I'll give it to you. This ghost to me won't last long. Leave a spot for me in hell.
Very edgy Iguazu. But after one death, I proceeded to kill his first phase again, and his 2 spider bosses, and kept going with my headstrong approach. Not really worrying about his attacks, which was a little disappointing,
You are one.
because it didn't really involve any strategy to kill this guy.
Now,
I said I don't care about all mind. Want some of this? I'll give it to you. Shut up! I'll shut you all up!
It's resonating.
Iguazu, what are you?
Interference. I'm losing sync. I can't fight anymore.
You can kind of see that I'm just attacking him, and it's not that hard to stagger him. And also, I'm just tanking everything. He doesn't really do damage to me. So, that's why I found it a little disappointing with this boss.
Just you and me. It was always so easy for you. The old Jen who could do it all. What makes you special? I always envied you. The freelancer. Who had it all?
Iguazu, this entire campaign, thought he was the protagonist.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Who invited this nigga?
Get your ass on, boy. Bye. You get your goddamn ugly ass on.
Hey, thanks for watching till the end. Here's actually a bonus secret fight that was actually the first arena boss to kill me. You just have to stop attacking Swinburne when he asks for mercy. Guessing most players just mercilessly killed him without thinking about it. Even I did that, so don't worry about it. But yeah, I'm really curious to know, do people agree with me thinking the game was kind of too easy and wished it was harder, or am I just insane and the game's already hard enough? I'd love to continue the discussion down below, so let me know some of your opinions. And an extra bonus fun fact, I actually know the person who sung the vocals to this song that's in one of the final fights of the game. Pretty cool. Alright, anyway guys, thanks for watching, and do all that liking, subscribing stuff, really means a lot for this small channel. Peace.